Alright, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Below the Line. Yeah, that was my Super Bowl introduction because it's Super Bowl week. There's not a lot of movies, but here we are trying to give you the best in the entertainment industry. I'm Andres Ramirez, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Mr. Zach Houston Scott. How are you, man?
Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Happy Super Bowl weekend. We are definitely not having a whole lot come up this time. I think just like you said, the Super Bowl definitely is causing no major releases unless you want to see the thrilling conclusion to The Strangers, but I don't think
Oh,
nobody does.
that came out?
Yeah, that came out. The final in the Rennie Harlan trilogy.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess for Canadians, it's a very special time of the year, right? Because the Winter Olympics also started. And I guess since you guys are in the freezing temperatures, you guys take this a bit more serious. So is it a huge thing in Canada? Like, are people actively watching the Olympics?
Well, I think it's more pretty active, like watching because Vancouver hosted back in 2010. So, especially where I live right now, it's pretty special that they would be lighting the Olympic torch and everybody
Oh,
would be
cool.
gathering to watch the events because, I mean, it played such a big part in the city's foundation for
Hmm.
that year. So, no, I mean, the Winter Olympics in Canada, generally, we do tend to get a little bit more excitement into the city, but compared to the summer one. But I mean, it's pretty exciting times because I mean, we
It's just
specialize in
hockey
hockey
time.
and bobsledding and downhill
Yeah.
skiing. So, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Man, it sounds like a fun weekend, I guess, despite not being a lot of entertainment. I was going to ask you, who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl, the Patriots or Seattle, since you live right next door?
Honestly, Seattle, I just think the last 15, 20 years, like we've been stuck with two teams who've constantly won Super Bowls. Like, I would love for something
It's
new
not
to.
two teams, come on. It's been like five,
Yeah,
including Seattle, to be fair.
really? Including Seattle? Are you
I mean,
sure
they
about
won it
that?
with Russell Wilson. Patriots have won it. Obviously, the Chiefs, um, the Giants, and then you have like the outliers, like the Broncos with Peyton Manning, and you know the Eagles with last year, I think. But that pre and halftime show are going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, despite the discourse online. I mean, honestly, I'm okay with whoever performs a halftime show. They're supposed to be fun. They draw a big crowd for a bit, and then we look forward to the Super Bowl commercials and the rest of
Yeah,
the game. So
yeah. Well, it's like this weekend where it seems like the entertainment industry puts pause to competing with each other because I guess they're too afraid of the NFL.
yeah, I mean, historically, box office tends to drop around this weekend because people want to go and watch the football game or get ready for the Super Bowl. So that's kind of the focus. But
Yeah, for
outside of
sure.
that, yeah, this week I've just been watching like specials. The Muppets came back on Wednesday for
Sabrina Carpenter is in that, right?
yep, Sabrina Carpenter, Maya Rudolph, and Seth Rogen.
That's like the weirdest cast for the
I mean,
Muppets.
Maya Rudolph and him, I'm pretty sure have worked together. He produced it, and honestly, Sabrina Carpenter is kind of perfect for the Muppets, just because not only does she kind of look like one, but in a good way, I should say.
To be fair, you're right. To be fair, she does look like a Muppet at
Yeah,
times.
and I mean, she has close ties with Disney, and I think just with the way they've been treated the last little bit, I think this is a nice revival. I hope gets picked up for a full series.
She's like nicer, well, nicer. Like she can be as PG-13 as Sydney Sweeney, but she can still go back to her Disney routes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It's like, oh, geez, not even Miley Cyrus. Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, I guess, is the best comparison.
I mean, yeah, but Sydney Sweeney has gone all the way in with like, have you heard about her lingerie brand that she just launched by putting brass at the Hollywood sign in LA.
I did hear about that. Honestly, for what it's worth, sex continues to sell, and I mean, she had a pretty big movie come out recently with the housemaid. Yeah, it did very well at the box office.
I mean, it kind of helped her this year because what was her other Oscar bait film, the one about a
Oh,
boxer,
Christy. Yeah.
that flopped at the box office, and The Housemaid seemed like it was going to flop because, I mean, it premiered next to Avatar, so geez, but it's been holding on strong to the box office. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Sydney Sweeney or it's just an entertaining film for the demographic target that it was targeting, if you know what I mean.
No, I do. Honestly, though, having seen the movie, I thought it was pretty fun. It was definitely a good time, and I think generally I'd go see it again. Like, it's pretty
Yeah,
twisty. Well, not for her, though. I'd watch it for Amanda Seyfried, who does a fantastic job, like, if
she
anything.
does. I mean, they both play the roles they are written very well.
Hmm.
Like Sydney Sweeney has to play the sexy maid, and she plays it very well. And Amanda Seyfried has to play the once hot, jealous wife type, and she plays it very well.
Yeah.
I think they work well. But like Sydney Sweeney, like because I think Sabrina Carpenter has also sexualized her music, especially the Juno song or whatever. But I think she still has restraint when she works with Disney or other companies. And I don't know if Sydney Sweeney has gone too far, if you know what I mean.
Nah, I don't think so, really.
I
I
don't know.
don't.
Like, I think Sabrina could be a Disney princess. I don't know if Sydney Sweeney could. Like,
Mm,
in terms of what the brand value is, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Well, and I guess Sabrina will always be a Disney. What's the right word? A Disney talent. That's the right word. Unlike Sydney Sweeney, which she kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Hmm. She really did.
So, do you
But
like the Muppets?
yes, no, I really liked the show. I thought it was a really good revival that I hope gets picked up because I mean I
D
need more to
plus?
watch it streaming. Yes, on Disney Plus, but I also watched it on TV because I
Mm.
really wanted to see it go through properly into a new like get the ratings that I think it deserves.
I wonder what Disney cares more, the ratings or the Disney Plus viewership.
We'll just have to see. I mean, it's number one on trending still, so
Yeah, that's
and
good.
quality was pretty high, so I'm hoping that it is successful enough to continue it.
That's good. On my end, I watched a film that has not come out where you are, Cold Storage. Yes, a film that it exists, I suppose. It has Joe Carey from Stranger Things. He's what's his name? Steven? Is that the name? The character's name?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's the one that sings the Chicago song. You know, he's very popular. And Liam Neeson, of all actors, is also in this movie. And the film is written by David Coeb, who has worked with Steven Spielberg. I think he is written, or he's writing, depends, his new Alien film. And
Disclosure Day.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's worked with him in Jurassic Park, in multiple films. He's also very well known for adapting Potter books into the films. I think he did the first three and the last two, at least that I remember on the top of my head. And this is based on a book that he wrote. But the film itself, it's a very generic wannabe zombie film that I've seen multiple times on better, unfortunately.
No, really.
I mean, it's an hour and 30, it's an hour and 40 with credits. I think the film knows it's not a masterpiece and does a good enough job to entertain you. And as Joe Carey gets dragged into more Stranger Things, I couldn't help to want to laugh and say, "Here you go again, man, getting yourself into Stranger Things."
Oh
You
my
know, like
goodness.
it's like they got to go to the tunnel, and he's like, "I don't want to go there," but he kind of just goes because he is like the same character, pretty much. from Stranger Things, but it's like a zombie movie, but with science and fungi. So there's a lot of ideas from The Last of Us and from so many other movies you've seen. Would I recommend it? I guess if there's nothing else in the theaters. It's also a fun fact it was shot in Morocco, and apparently Morocco can be Kansas. So that's a funny thing I noticed in the credits.
Sounds like quite the schlock, tongue-in-cheek film, honestly. Because up until now, I haven't even heard of this movie, and I mean, it's written by a guy who is known for pretty big blockbusters. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I think this is based on a book that he wrote, so he's adapting his own book.
really,
I just don't know if the book was popular enough to warrant a film, and I wonder how much was the budget because I couldn't find that. But I was thoroughly surprised by, I don't want to say nepotism because he's not a nepo baby, but by how this film got financed with so many apparent plot holes in the script, where I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna take it for granted. It was kind of like that type of filmmaking, but it's also a film that knows what it is, because if you eat popcorn and you don't think about it, it's entertaining enough. If that makes any sense.
no, it does. It sounds like he did, not David Cope, Liam Neeson, a film a couple years ago that was kind of similar to what you're describing. It was called Cold Pursuit.
Yeah, I know of this one. I mean, it was back in the day where he was making the same, pretty much, where somebody would kill somebody that he knew and he would go and kill them. It was
Yeah,
like his Taken days where he was playing the same character as Taken.
pretty much. I mean, literally after that film, he just was known as the Taking Guy, just a badass with a
60
tendency
years
to
old.
have skills. Yeah, 60 years old to beat the
Yeah.
crap out of everybody.
Yeah, it's like a, I mean, like I said, it's probably not going to do well in the US and Canada, so I'm pretty sure you're going to see it somewhere on Amazon Prime or Netflix, whichever streaming service they're putting
Yeah,
these movies on. It's hard to tell where they end up, you know.
agreed.
But I would also like to talk more about TV because I sort of feel we give a lot of love to the theatrical experience. And I guess I wanted to ask you, what is your ideal TV setup?
Like in terms of what I like to have set up for my TV.
Well, we talk about how to maximize experience in theaters, right? How do you
Mm.
maximize the experience at home?
For me, I like to have a nice chair to sit on, have the remote next to me so I can pause and play, rewind, or even just have it on me to turn up the volume. Because, I mean, you don't really have that luxury in a theater. A
No.
nice sound system is always nice. And I don't know, just ease and convenience, like knowing what you can watch is there. And yeah, like very simple, easy to use setup. What I like going to the theater though differently is because you get the experience of the comfy chair and it's impossible to make you pay attention versus at
Yeah,
home where I can go out and do other stuff. So
fair
yeah.
enough. Besides the Muppets, what are you watching? Like, are you the type of guy that has like a TV schedule that it's daily, or are you more like, let's open Netflix and see what's popping?
If it's a show I'm looking forward to, like Pluribus, oh god,
Oh, the Apple TV one.
yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes, yes, I have. I really enjoyed it because it was Vince Gilligan who wrote and created the show. Like, it's his first one not set in
Breaking
uh,
Bad.
Breaking Bad's universe, and
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. I like how different it was, and I am a little disappointed it's going to take a while for the next season to drop because that's just where we're at with the industry now. But I'm really, grateful to watch something like this that was just really thinking outside the box with its characters and its, ideas, and especially where it's going to go.
Fair enough. I have not seen it. I've heard great things, but I'm like so behind on my TV. Like somehow TV is really hard for me because the commitment, if you know what
That's
I mean.
fair.
I
I mean,
think
you get shows like Wonder Man, which drop all at once that you can watch in a sitting, versus that show, Plurius, which was every week. So, I mean, it is a commitment to sit down and, wait for each season because sometimes we just want it now versus.
to be honest, the ones that exhaust me the most are the ones that are bingeable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I sort of feel like with bingeable, you're forced to see them well in one sitting or every single night, and then you get bored halfway through the season, and then the second half of the season feels like a job to finish it. If the show is not that good, like with some shows, I think it's warrant. But I also think the weekly release, it's like good for social media engagement. Like I don't know if you're watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones spin-off, but that show it would have been definitely worth binge it because the first 4 or 5 episodes are very slow. Things just start to build in these last 2 weeks, and I think it's really good now. I wish they released 2 episodes at a time. I think HBO would have got more viewership that way, but they didn't. But that's okay. I think it's just a phenomenal show once you get attached to the characters and understand the larger implications of the mythos of Westeros, even though it doesn't really matter because George R. R. Martin has not finished writing the books. For this
And
show, the main show, and the House of the Dragon show. So,
I mean,
like,
we'll never plan to finish it. Let's be honest.
well, I don't. Do you think that's an issue? Like, going back to the TV idea, were you a Game of Thrones fan?
I was not. I
Oh.
never jumped on the train, and when it was too late for me to jump in, like they already stopped adapting the books. So, I mean, I just kind of like fell off from it and didn't even bother. And then I heard the reception of the last two seasons wasn't all that positive, so I just did not want to set myself up for disappointment when
I
it
mean, I
came.
think season 7, looking back at it, was fine. Yeah, it had the running all over the place. It was fine. I think it was season 8 where they. I mean, at that time, it was like 2016, 2018. I don't remember. But there was a very popular phrase in Hollywood which was subverting expectations. And, well, the writers did that and people didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if subverting the expectations is a good thing or not.
Yeah, well, it doesn't because I mean, it didn't help either that the creator had no intent, but that's like a whole different other can of worms we could talk about. I mean, you look at something Vince Gilligan's Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul series, and he was there practically from beginning to end to make sure that the story would have a pretty substantial conclusion told like within the worlds that wasn't
Mhm.
based on a book. And
Yeah, no,
even
I agree.
even the Handmaid's Tale, I feel that had an original creator closely involved and was able to finish on a high note. So when it comes back, and even The Boys, when that comes back this year, it has the creator involved that's going to have, hopefully the ending that it deserves, even though it's taken deviations from the
The
original,
comic books, yeah.
yeah, the comic books. Because honestly, it's probably the only time I will say the TV show is better than the comic books it's based on.
Yeah, I mean, I've read some issues, but I'm unfamiliar with the content. I would say that, yeah, I think it's hard. And I think in the case of George R. R. Martin, I don't know if he wants to finish the books, but I think at the very least, he owes the fans knowing whether he's going to finish them or not.
Yeah, he can't just keep beating around the bush with it. That I agree with.
Like, man, you're rich, you earn the right to say, I don't want to write this, but just tell the fans that it's done
Hmm.
so they don't support you. Because I think a lot of fans keep buying limited editions, comic books, I think with TV shows it's different because if he allows other creatives to figure out the story, maybe visually they can. But I think with uh, Game of Thrones, the series of books, people have a right to know if he wants to finish it rather than keep them waiting for like a decade plus now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
So, tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Have you heard anything about trailers?
Yeah, I've heard a few. We're going to see another look at The Mandalorian and Grogu.
How desperate do you think Disney are to make sure these movies are a success?
I mean, they have to start marketing it now for May because it's getting that time where it's close and the season needs to start ramping up with the summer movies. I mean, the Mario movie had its big game spot already released. Freaking phenomenal, I gotta say. I'm so excited to see how it turns out, just from a skill perspective.
I mean, that Super Mario thing just looks like what's the word? Fan service, but in a good kind.
Well, yeah.
Like they know what they're doing. So many references to all the games except one. No love for Nintendo Sunshine.
Oh no, we got Sunshine. No, that casino in the trailers that Peach is in, that's based on Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, but they don't give him the water pack.
Yeah, maybe he'll get it in the third one. You never know. But
Maybe it's Mario going to vacation on the third one.
but we have in terms of other trailers that have dropped, Scream 7, which is coming at the end of the month.
March
Also
or February?
February.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
It's already still going through controversy. Apparently, they're suing the makers of the mask for the film.
Hmm.
Just can't get itself out of controversy. But I'd like to dedicate a whole episode to Scream. I think it's worth discussing because they're fun movies.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, some of them are bad, some of them are good. That's how I would say it.
yeah. And then another one is Project Hail Mary that has been released.
Ryan Gosling
Mm-hmm. And
and
then we're also,
the guys that made Spider Verse, right? Phil and Lord Miller.
yeah, their first directorial film since, I want to say, 22 Jump Street. Holy, it's been a
Oh,
while.
live action, you mean?
Live action, yeah. Because if we
Well,
count animation, then well, they didn't
kind
direct
of.
the Spider Verse movies. They made
Well,
calls. But
kind of, because they also kind of directed Solo,
yeah,
but
true, kind
they
of.
got fired by Kathleen Kennedy, who is on her way out, finally.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And
And with Bob Iger, too.
hmm but then in terms of other trailers, yes, Bob Iger is officially set to retire, and we have Jack D'Angelo taking his place.
Well, we all know he's going to come back for Secret Wars. You know, it's like at the end of Doomsday, it's going to be Bob Iger will return for Secret Wars. You know, because he never not
Or
leaves Disney.
Josh Romero. My bad.
Yeah, he was the CEO for the parks, right?
Yeah, in a different way that the last Bob Chapek guy was. So
So it's a replacement of the replacement, essentially.
yeah, we've also had the trailer for probably the most anticipated biopic ever of Michael.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Do you think it'll get split into two?
it's looking like it because I think just with the way that they're marketing to a certain point that and the way that they've been teasing kind of this is the beginning that it's just such a big story that they need to have like two movies like call this one Michael and then the second one Jackson.
But it's not official, right? That's a theory.
It's a theory, but it's looking to be very true. And like it's already surpassed the Taylor Swift era tour or concert film. God, it's so
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious. Do you think they release them in the same year? If that theory were true?
I think they'd probably save it for next year, but it's only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see.
But the reason I'm curious is because I think Jafar Jackson should be nominated for the Oscar.
Already? Like we haven't even got to 2026 and you're talking about 2027's Oscars?
Well, the thing is, his performance, at least what we see in the trailers, he is embodying Michael Jackson. Like he is Michael Jackson.
Oh, absolutely. Like there's
Like
no question about it.
from a performance standpoint, and like he's not mimicking and can only dance well and sing. Like the performances where he's acting in the trailers, he looks like he can act. For an actor who never acted before, he definitely sells the role pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I'm very excited for this one. And the fact they have a Super Bowl trailer is just going to help exemplify it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's an interesting one.
The Super Bowl is very good at generating hype. Like I remember the 2024 one had the first trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine,
Oh
even
boy,
announcing the name
back in the
drop.
good days.
Oh yeah. So no, I like when the Super Bowl typically gets people excited for stuff like that. And maybe we'll get Toy Story 5 is also getting its trailer tomorrow. So we'll get to see more of that.
The rise of the iPads. Do you
Yeah.
think we'll get the big one, Doomsday?
No, they confirmed we're not getting another Doomsday or Spider-Man trailer for that matter.
Well,
Which
they always lie to us. They lied to us a whole year about Toby and Andrew Garfield being in the film. So why wouldn't they release this?
I mean, because I don't know, Sony's weird when it comes to not releasing their movies. I'm hoping next week because Goat is coming out that they'll have something to
They
show.
might do it there.
Yeah,
But Doomsday, what is Disney having on the slate that they can present a trailer? Mandalorian?
yeah, Mandalorian, Toy Story 5, and maybe Moana if we're lucky.
But Moana is all the way until spring or late summer, right?
Yeah,
That's too late to build the hype around this movie. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it does have hype, but I genuinely don't know what the plot of the film is about, even though it's probably leaked somewhere in Reddit.
yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm sure if you look for it, you can find it. But I've heard that they're still shooting.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Next week, there's maybe a tease for the MCU. Well, it's not really MCU related, but Haley Berry and Chris Hemsworth do a movie together.
Oh, true.
And
What's that one
apparently
called?
she's not in the film, in Doomsday.
Oh, yeah. No, she's not. She's not.
I guess they didn't pay her enough money.
No.
I guess Disney does have a budget limit. But I don't know. I think I'm excited for the Super Bowl, I guess.
Me too. Yeah.
This has been a fun episode, just a lot of thoughts. Well, next week also Mario Tennis Fever comes out. Are you getting it?
I might actually. I mean, it's probably the best looking Mario Tennis in a long while because it
Aces
actually
was
has a
not
story mode
bad.
again. Aces took a while to get better, honestly. I wouldn't say it's great.
The gameplay was too difficult.
Yeah, and there wasn't
Like
enough
the
content.
the jumping all over the court was too difficult for people to play. Like online, if you knew how to exploit that, you were the best player. It was so hard to play online. This one seems more casual, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like the colors. I like how it looks like Power Tour. I think we needed a game like that because it's been a hot minute. I mean,
yeah,
gee. Or not Power Tour. Sorry, Power Ten. Yeah, Power Tennis. That's what I
the
meant.
GameCube one.
Yeah, the GameCube one.
Yeah, I also heard that it's very reminiscent of the fun you had in tennis playing the Wii Sports.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know. It seems good. Maybe you and I can play a tennis match next Thursday
I'd like that.
online, and then Requiem is just a few weeks away.
Yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, with this disappointing Nintendo Direct, I mean, I'm kind of ready to get my hands on the game and see what it's like. So,
As we wrap up, what will be your console of choice to play Requiem?
um, Honestly, the PS5. I
The
think we're not in.
PS5.
Yeah, we're not in a position yet to be doing Nintendo Switch 2 games because the PS5 is built for like 4K and everything.
I
Whereas,
mean, so does this.
yeah, enough, but it's still holding back a little bit, I feel.
I'd be curious to see how it runs on the Switch. Like recently, I prefer like handheld over couch, so I
Yeah.
might play it on the Switch. So I'll let you know how it runs.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, seems like exciting February up ahead. I
Hmm.
actually,
Pretty chill February, I gotta say.
yeah. Is it getting warmer over there?
No, it's raining all day today, and it's gonna rain throughout the week.
Well, I guess I'll enjoy the sun over here. Um, but yeah, hopefully we get some surprise trailers, and next week we can react to some of them,
I'd like
and yeah, talk about movies if something does come out.
that.
Well, today I think we talked TV, we talked about games, um, but yeah, I do agree with you. The Nintendo Direct was a disappointment, but I'm not sure if they could have done more.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Just announce games that we want and we'll enjoy, That's my logic. So
What's a third-party game that you would want on the Switch?
I'd like Rare Replay if possible. That would be a fun game to have those classic ones again. If I had to pick one.
But like in terms of third party games that are new, which is a game that you would like on the Switch?
Oh, well, I mean, Lego Batman obviously is
But
the
that's going to be on the Switch.
I don't know yet. I mean, they're all
It is
coming to the
confirmed.
Switch, but yeah, it is confirmed. But I mean, I don't know yet. I really don't. Kind of happy with everything that's on the Switch. Not Dispatch. Dispatch on the Switch. A mistake.
Well, they got me, you know. They got me because I pre-ordered that game
Oh, I
and
always
the
wait
real
until reviews drop unless I know it's going to
well,
be.
I had played it, but I wanted it natively on the Switch so I could bring it with me on like plane trips. I think it's a very fun series, right? I
Yeah.
hope they patch it so you can get rid of that because I think the development team was very, very lazy. Like, if you cannot show nudity on Nintendo, even though Cyberpunk is there, and that's not exactly subtle, just make a different animation or cut it differently. Don't put a black bar in someone's junk when the shot is literally their junk. So I think that's the difficulty. I do think it's gonna get patched. That's my thoughts, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. They got me. I mean, hopefully it helps them to finance season 2 so we can play it soon.
Me too.
So, do you want to wrap us up?
Absolutely. He's Andres Ramirez. You can follow him at Jaro2096. I'm the Zach Houston. We are on Instagram. We are below the line underscore podcast for now. Yeah, give us a listen on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you feel like you want to listen to us. And we'll hopefully, well, no, not hopefully, we will see you next week.
Sounds like a plan. That's a wrap. Enjoy your Super Bowl weekend, everybody.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Bye bye.
Bye.